Let's talk about cookies. Not this one. The type of cookies websites use to remember who you are and what you do on the internet. Sounds creepy? I promise it's not. Most of the time. Some cookies are used for things like targeted advertising. These are called third-party cookies. Global tech giant Google said it was going to stop these kind of cookies on Chrome. But Google backflipped this week when it announced it was scrapping its plans to get rid of third-party cookies on Chrome. We in the tech world thought that this was going to be a sure thing amidst growing privacy concerns. So what's changed? I'm Nish, TDA's tech guy, which means I'm also TDA's cookie monster. Let me break it down for you. Cookies have existed for almost as long as the internet. So what are they? Cookies are tiny files created by websites you visit to help them remember information about you. What products you looked at, what you typed in the search bar, the sites you clicked on, etc., etc. Cookies act as a sort of bookmark within the site. They look like this, but that's a bit techy. So let's look at it a bit differently. Starting with first-party cookies. When you visit a website, it gives your browser a cookie file that's stored in your browser's cookie folder on your device. The next time you come back to the website, it accesses the cookie file stored in your browser's cookie folder. What that means is that the website now loads a personalized experience. Pretty neat, right? Think about when you open a website, it remembers that your language preference is English, your username and password are auto-filled, and that thing that you left in your shopping cart, it's still there. I use cookies when I build TDA's daily emoji game. Picture this. 1, so you don't have to keep entering your email every morning, so annoying. 2, so you only get 1 chance to play per day. That's the fun of it, right? I've set up a 24-hour cookie that expires at exactly 6:59 a.m. tomorrow. Anyone who comes back to try and beat their score today simply won't be able to because of me. But where it gets a bit dodgy in terms of invading someone's data privacy is with third-party cookies. The most controversial type of cookies on the internet. You know when you Google best shoes for hiking? And forevermore, your internet is just cluttered with different display ads and promotions for that particular product. That's not a coincidence. That's third-party cookies. This type of cookie is embedded in ads, videos, or web banners, mostly used to track your behavior for advertising purposes. This can be really helpful if you want ads, recommendations tailored to your interests. However, third-party cookies have been widely criticized over privacy concerns, especially the fact that there is no cookie-specific law in Australia that requires a browser to ask for your consent. Due to growing public criticism, Google announced plans to move away from using third-party cookies. In 2021, the tech giant promised to chart a course towards a more privacy-first web. The deadline for the phase-out was pushed back 3 times until this week, where the plan was scrapped altogether. So what's changed? This week, Google announced it was backflipping on plans to scrap third-party cookies in its Chrome browser. It follows major concerns from advertisers. Ad revenue is the company's biggest source of income. In a blog post, Google said a shift away from cookies requires significant work by many participants and will have an impact on publishers, advertisers, and everyone involved in online advertising. Instead, Google will introduce a new prompt for users to choose how they want to be tracked. What that new prompt looks like, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So it looks like the cookie won't be crumbling after all.